What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, me doing the ultimate Escanor versus Skoll and Hati, and showing you guys the team that I was able to use to beat Skoll and Hati with the one ultimate. So this is the team that I actually used here. This and what I want to preface before we actually continue the video, guys. If you want to make this team easier, swap out Malasila for Freyr, and I'm telling you, like, this should be like a guaranteed clear team. I don't see like many ways you wouldn't be able to clear. Obviously you're gonna have to follow my gear. I hope I show my gear. Okay, I think I do. But yeah, you definitely want to have the card set for Skoll and Hati too. So going into this, you definitely want to have that. But this is what the team comp's looking like. So we got Merlin, Link, the one ultimate, Tarmiel, or Red Tarmiel, Link, Thonar there. Margaret, Link, Malasila / Freyr, depending if you guys do want to use Freyr. And then you have the green healing Liz right here. And then we have the green healing Liz here as well. You guys can be able to use her. So this is the team comp, guys. Let's let the video rock. This video is about 25 minutes, so a lot longer than my Bird and the Deer run. This is because, okay, let me pause. This is the gear that I was running. So attack crit resistance, HP crit resistance, HP lifesteal on Malasila, and then attack crit damage the one ultimate. So very specific gear sets, guys. Healing Liz and Thonar do not want to be crit because they take a lot of damage, so you know, having the crit resistance middle pieces are very good. And then you could obviously go with your standard attack or HP. Like Thonar could be HP if you want. I think Liz has to stay HP though. But yeah, so HP crit resistance, attack crit damage, the one ultimate, and then HP lifesteal Malasila, because you want to get the 20% basic stats total. So if you're not running Malasila, you run attack crit damage or attack crit resistance Freyr. So you have you know, that option as well. But yeah, continuing with the video, these are my associated links. So just HP defense everyone except Merlin, attack crit damage Merlin link, and then we also have the demonic beast card set, which makes it so that we do not get frozen with maximum ultimate move gauge. So yeah, guys, let's hop in. Let's skip to when we're loaded into the fight here. And yeah, so Skoll and Hati, I will say, is not as bad as people make it out to be. Honestly, if you have the characters to be able to do it, I think it's not that bad. Obviously, I think there is like a gear ceiling here, depending on how good your gear is or how much outfits you have on your characters. You know, like it really is going to depend how smooth your runs are going to be. But this team right here really goes to show that you do not need you know, 6/6 Freyr. You do not need like any of these like extra teams here, like 6/6 Trader Meliodas, nothing like that. Like my Escanor is 3/6, just to give you guys an idea. So I'm not 6/6. I'm not anything too crazy. And so I was able to basically beat this with very little difficulty. I think Malasila, like this Malasila team is actually like the one I'm probably gonna run on the regular, to be honest, because it's a consistent clear. I don't have to really worry too much about RNG. I can get any passive and I'll be okay. And yeah, I mean, it's not a bad team. So yeah, so right here, I was just trying to push my ultimate there, and then also using a Malasila shield. You guys don't know, Malasila shield does scale off of attack, so having the Thonar buff, like when we use the shield, is actually just very strong. Because then our shield is able to tank at least one hit guaranteed. It's kind of like a king shield, you know? Think of it like Malasila is kind of like king, where like, you know, she's gonna act as like the shielder. She's not really gonna do too much damage, but she also has gauge reduction, which is very nice, and so that's gonna help to make sure that the boss doesn't get any ultimate moves off on us, right? So yeah, so the fight's probably gonna take a good amount of time though. Like this team is definitely a lot slower. That's why I was saying at the beginning of the video, like if you have Freyr, like give him a shot. But if you don't have Freyr, like I mean, Malasila will get the job done, right? You guys will see, and then it's also just a lot more like safer, I'd say, because of the gauge reduction and all that. Like you're not really going to be taking a lot of damage. You have healing Liz there anyway to protect you too. So yeah, I don't really see much odds of you really losing here as long as you got the correct gear sets. Yeah, here. So right here, drop the Thonar ultimate just to make sure we get the kill. Follow up with a little extra cards there. And yeah, that's actually going to get the guaranteed kill right there because we hit the damage cap. And then we follow up with this card and actually does finish off the dog right there. Moving into phase 2. This is where I decided, I think, I was trying to clear like this initial phase like as quickly as possible. So I guess we kind of just go for damage here. And also just kind of clear my hand out. Using Malasila ultimate there. Trying to get it out of the hand. I'm holding on to the one ultimate. for the final phase, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so drop in the finger card right there, and it does almost 40% of his HP right there. It's like about like 39%, 38%, right? Pretty good amount of damage though, like for what it is. I do like that Escanor is able to bypass damage cap with his regular card, so that's very good. Yeah, so as you guys can see, that is completely why you want crit resistance rolls. If you saw there, when my Liz was taking hits, none of the hits were crits, by the way, if you notice. The only character who got crit was Melasula. Melasula and maybe Escanor, because he doesn't have crit resistance rolls either. It's mainly only Thonar and Liz that have the middle pieces as crit resistance with the crit resistance rolls. So that's really where it comes down to you know, building the gear correctly. So we actually do just rep the Escanor ultimate there. I guess I was trying to just play it safe, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll get another ultimate comeback soon, because you know, I only need 2 gauge on my Elizabeth to get the ultimate back. So I wasn't necessarily too worried. That passive right there is it's literally Death Pierce passive, so it lowers my crit resistance and crit damage that I have, or crit resistance and crit defense. Yeah. So right here I start attacking into the dogs. This is where a lot of resets start coming in. I think that's why a lot of the time of the recording is just my my resets. You guys will see when I close my game. There are many resets throughout the runs, but I was trying to just make sure I do the correct plays, right? I didn't want to, you know, mess up any of the plays here, and, you know, you guys will see here. It does become a little bit important. Okay, so right there, we do get a merge there with the one ultimate, which is very good, because, you know, getting the merges, especially on the finger card, is very, very nice on this fight. Yes. Yeah, and that the basic stat increase from Melasula is very noticeable. I can definitely feel it compared to, like, you know, just running Freyr. But Freyr does give all stats every few turns, so he'll start to ramp up and feel like Melasula. So that's why, like, you know, I was saying, like, oh, Freyr would be a good option. Like, honestly, probably a better option. But I just wanted to run Melasula, so I decided I'll just, you know, use her. Yeah, that's basically damage cap right there. We dropped the Melasula gauge reduction card, and you can see Melasula does a lot of damage too. I mean, you know, I'm running HP lifesteal. I have max rolls because, you know, I maxed out Melasula. Obviously, you know, that is my channel mascot. I literally have to put, like, all my investment into her. But yeah, so you can see also is that she's getting crit too, which is not very good. And the reason why she is getting crit is because of the, you know, not having the crit resistance gear. And that's you know, I can't really run crit resistance gear if I'm trying to get the 20% basic stats, right? Yeah, that's mainly the issue that arises, like, when I'm doing this setup right here. But yeah, so we push the Escanor ultimate, and we do the AoE right there. As you guys can see, he does have the just like the taunt right there, so I'm not able to do any single target damage onto him, because if you kill one of the wolves on this phase, then you're basically screwed. You don't want to be doing none of that. Yeah, so right here I'll just like, okay, we can get the kill here. So if we do the Escanor ultimate, if we do the Melasula ultimate and then the double finger, and that's gonna get the kill right there. So bop. Nice that we killed the left dog first, because then that means that we don't have to worry about the extort as much. But yeah, we get the kill with one finger card, so we didn't even need both of them there. But yeah, guys, that is the floor 1 of the dogs right there with the one ultimate. Moving into the floor 2. So right here we hop into floor 2. This is where it gets a little bit longer in the fight. A lot longer, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if this is one of my dead runs, actually. Is it a dead run? Oh no, it's not. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know how many times I went through. But I think, okay, so this is right after the first turn. Yeah. So right here I pushed the Elizabeth ultimate, and I got the rank 3 as well. I think I naturally merged that, actually. Right? Oh no, I merged it myself. Okay, so this is the following turn here. My bad. We use the shield with Melasula, we merge the Thonar card, and I have a rank 3. I also have the Elizabeth ultimate right there, and so we're able to, you know, get our healing back because of the phase before where we kind of, you know, finished off with a little bit lower on HP. But luckily, because we have healing Liz, we don't necessarily need to worry about that. Okay, so right there we actually did get crit, if you guys noticed. So that is because of the Death Pierce passive. So right there I didn't get crit. You saw the 2 hits that I took there, I didn't get crit. So it really comes down to, like, depending on the passive you get, if you get the one that shows the little, like, red and orange little like sword cutting thing. That one's the best one you can get. If you get the other one, then Liz won't get crit, but Melasula will get crit a lot because it's going to lower defense related stats, the eye looking passive, right? So yeah, I mean, whatever passive you really get could mess up a little bit in terms of like what gear you have prepped for your characters, but I don't necessarily think it'll matter too much. Like, you'll only get crit every once in a while. Like right there you saw I missed the crit, and then Donor I don't think will get crit a single time throughout this fight. Okay, but Elizabeth did take a crit there, but it's okay. So right here we do the heal card. I think I do the finger and the Donor alts, right? Yeah, so I do the, Donor alt, finger card with Escanor. And then we just waste the other Donor card there as well. And as you guys can see, we're all the way back at full HP again. So that's very, very good. So, Korewa Doda. Escanor gets the kill. Bypassing the damage cap, very, very nice. We move into this next phase right here of the Wolves, where we basically need to kind of kill as quickly as we can. So I was like, okay, let's just rip the ultimate. We'll start farming the ultimate back with Elizabeth ultimate as well, which I do really like about the healing Elizabeth is that you can, cycle ultimates fairly easily. Like, my Escanor only needs to use one skill card again and to get his ultimate, so that's very, very nice. Crazy Prominence right there. So we get him very, very low. Basically just a free kill right here from this range, which I think is really good. The Dark Dog is not able to crit my Elizabeth a single time, which is really, really good. A crit could have made, could have been like literally the difference between me living or dying right there on that turn. So, having the crit resistance gear, man, I highly, highly advise you guys, make that gear if you're going to be running a team like this. But yeah. So right here, I was like, okay, we'll use the Melasula ultimate. We'll make sure we get the kill. I'm also going to get the ultimate on Elizabeth there by doing a single target card with her. And then Melasula ultimate is going to get the kill. I do think, by the way, guys, a 1/6 Melasula would be fine. I don't necessarily think you need dupes or anything like that. So, if that was a situation like that, then I don't think you would need it. So right here, I was deciding, like, okay, how do I want to go about this? Because Thonar is on 2 out of 3 on her passive, so if I do 1 attack skill, I will get the attack related increase. So I think what I do is I just reset and I use Elizabeth ultimate here. So I reset, use Elizabeth ultimate, so that's gonna cleanse Escanor, because if you guys don't know, the card set will actually let us cleanse when we're at maximum ultimate move gauge. So I go for the Elizabeth ult, drain with Melasula, shield with Melasula, and then I follow up with the Escanor AoE card, because by that time we're gonna have the attack related increase again from Thonar's passive. So right here we get it right here. So yeah, as you can see, Escanor gets it, and then Melasula is able to reapply the shield. We go for the AoE right there. It's gonna do a pretty good amount of damage. 296k right there is not too bad. And us top decking the stab card right there, or the finger card, like, that's really, really good. Yeah, right there. He's going for the AoEs. Shield on Melasula there is very, very nice. You guys can see like how much it's actually working. It definitely is doing very good. So right here we just follow up. Thonar ultimate, Escanor ultimate, single target Escanor, gauge reduction. I don't know if I do a reset here. I'm not too sure. Do I do a reset here? No, I don't think I do. This kills the dog on the left, nice, and then it hits the dog on the right. And yeah, now we basically beat it, guys. Easy floor 2, not too bad. I think that was actually a very smooth floor 2 for what it was. Right. So yeah, so right here it's more of just like, making sure that we finish off this phase with full health. Moving into the final floor, because the final floor is definitely going to be a lot more difficult than the second floor was, in terms of us needing like a lot of HP. And so, by the end of this fight, I'm going to make sure that I have full HP. So as you can see, I'm kind of stalling. I made sure to proc the revive on the boss. If you guys don't know, if you hit the dogs, I think it's like 5 or 6 times. I don't know the exact number. 5 or 6 times you hit them on floor 2, and they get a resurrection buff. And so that is where you want to make sure that you're either you could use it if you're trying to stall, like I am here, like where I'm trying to get the double heal. You guys can see, so we get the heal with Elizabeth there, and then we get the second one to make sure we're full health. And then this is where we follow up to make sure we get the kill. You definitely can do something like this if you need. But yeah, that's floor 2 right there. And we can move on to the floor 3. So let's skip into floor 3 here. Alrighty. Alright, video's already 15 minutes. If you guys haven't liked the video already, like and subscribe, yo. Alright, so we're into floor 3 right here. So just gonna do the exact same thing as we did floor 2. So except we actually used Molasses gauge reduction a little bit early. I thought I would just get it out of my hand, hold on to the AoE there. So we waste the Thonar stance removal there. And then we do the Escanor single target. So bop, 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 bop. Like, he's still just doing so much damage, man. Like 393k like total. Like, that's pretty crazy. It was only like, you know, 300k probably on the white dog, but yeah. Good damage regardless, good damage regardless. One thing I was noticing though is that the dog actually likes to target my Elizabeth a lot more than it does Thonar. But I would still say to keep Red Tarmiel Link on Thonar, as Thonar is one of the most important units on the team, being that if she dies, you're gonna lose out on that attack related ability, and then, you know, your damage is completely gone. So you want to make sure that she's alive, right? Like, Healing Liz will stay alive as long as, you know, you keep cycling her ultimate and you keep getting her healing skills, so I think you'll be okay. But yeah, just getting that ultimate cycle through, I think you'll be okay. Right, like, look at that shield. Like, look how strong that shield was. My Escanor was able to tank that initial hit, and this is on floor 3, by the way. So that really goes to show like how tanky, you know, a really built Molasses shield can definitely be on dogs. So I think that's a really nice thing to see from this. But yeah, so right here, as you guys can see, I do not have a stance removal because I wasted it early. I don't know if I reset this run. Do I? Let me skip through. Okay, I do reset the run. Okay, so let's skip to the actual run now. So yeah, because I guess I messed up by using the stance removals. So let's just skip to the part where we were before. Okay. Right there, I get up a shield with Molasses again. Follow up with the Burning Spear card. And then I go for the gauge reduction there with Thonar. Okay, and we actually bro, I remember getting this top deck and I was like, holy shit, bro. Actually crazy top deck right there. Because I got Escanor ultimate with that, and I got a rank 3 finger card, which is a very strong card on this fight. So yeah, you guys can see Elizabeth is still getting crit on the fight, which is something to definitely take into account. You know, obviously depending on the passive I was saying earlier, it can influence how much times you get crit, even if you have maxed out crit resistance gear. But getting the Death Pierce passive makes it so that he basically is guaranteed to, you know, crit you every like few hits, you know, give or take. So we got a rank 3 right there. Bop. That's gonna do basically damage cap right there. And Thonar is able to get the kill barely there, which is very good. But yeah, and then we move into the second phase right here. So we actually had, you know, fairly good RNG. Molasses got frozen, but I wasn't too worried necessarily, right? So we waste a Molasses card there, so we get a 3 gauge. We use the Healing Liz ultimate so that Molasses gets the you know, the immunity right there. And then I just follow up with the double Escanor stab card, or the finger card right there. So we get about, well, almost 80% damage, bro, with 2 cards. Like, take out, like, the amount of bypassing of the damage cap you can do with Escanor is crazy, guys. It's very crazy. So yeah, so right there, we are on the brink of death here with Elizabeth. Very scary situation. But right here, I was like, okay, you know, Molasses is gonna lose her gauge anyway, so we're probably just gonna have to rip her ultimate. So I decided, okay, I'm like, okay, we'll rip Molasses ultimate, and then we follow up with, I think I went with the, yeah, I went with the Escanor card right there. So that's pretty good. There we go. And then we drop the Molasses ultimate. That's gonna do damage cap, yeah, like pretty much. And then Escanor right there is going to be able to get the kill with crazy prominence. So very nice. Alright guys, so we move into the final phase of Skoll and Hati right here. That passive, by the way, is the lowest HP character is guaranteed crit. So very unfortunate we got that passive, because that means that you know, Elizabeth is going to be taking a beating here, which is very unfortunate. So right here, I think I do a reset, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't think this is actually enough to get the kill. So you guys will see here, we do the AoE. It's actually not doing a lot of damage there, and then we follow up with this, and I actually go for the reset right here, because I was like, okay, we're not able to kill in one attack. So I was like, okay, you know, we go back into the fight. There we go. We load back into the fight, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, let's try and make sure we get the kill this time. So maybe we do. How did I go about this actually? I'm not too sure. Okay, I think I stalled. Yeah, so I, instead of going full damage, because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to, you know, full damage my way through it. I decided, I was like, okay, let me just at the very least do my ultimate, do my attack card, and then the following turn we will make sure we get the kill. Yeah, I guess that's what I decided on doing. There you go. So Escanor does get frozen there, a little bit unfortunate, but luckily the dog does an AoE. Very nice, very nice. But right here you guys can see Elizabeth does die, and so I'm like, okay, do I reset? Probably not. I mean, I can beat it, right? From this range I decided I could beat it. So we check the Thonar passive. I'm like, okay, very close to get. So we waste the Malasila card, we do the Escanor, you know, AoE card right there, and then we follow up with the finger card, and it's actually enough. So, you know, getting a little bit lower on HP actually helps out that card so much more for damage, right? But yeah, so we do the single target right there, and then Escanor kills the left dog right there. Guys, like, that's just how powerful Escanor can be. I lost my healer, man. I lost my healer. So now the rest of the fight is just basically me stalling till I get the kill. I guess I can kind of like skip through to show you guys what happened. But he goes for the AoE. Malasila's HP is the lowest, so he's going to guarantee crit Malasila. Very unfortunate for me. And I do get in situations where I'm like super low. But we just keep like stalling every single turn, taking his gauge, right? So like, look how low Malasila's HP gets, man. And we do pull it back somehow. Somehow we pull it back. But having like the double gauge reduction, I think is just super nice, like this late into the fight. Definitely helped out a lot. But yeah, so gauge reduction. Malasila is going to heal up 18k HP right there. We get the shield up. Very solid shield right there. And then we get the rank 2 Malasila. I get the shield, so that means I can get my ultimate with her. And look at it, look how much HP she has, guys. Like, look how crazy that is, bro. But yeah, and then we do the rank 2. We're gonna life steal a lot more back actually as well, because it's a rank 2. So 73k, we get a 46k life steal. And because we did that, we already took his gauge, and we have Malasila ultimate. And so it's basically wraps at this point. Yeah, excuse me. So yeah, right here, guys, we ult with Malasila, and then we get the kill. So Malasila actually clutched up for the Skoll and Hati clear, man. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about the Skoll and Hati run. How do you think about Escanor? How do you think about Malasila on the team? I think this is definitely a really strong comp for Skoll and Hati. If my Elizabeth was to live, obviously it would have been a lot smoother of an end right there. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a good rest of your day.